What's going on, guys? This is Alec here and welcome to episode number 26 of my Swansea City career mode. Never thought I'd be this far into a career mode on YouTube, but we're doing it and I'm enjoying it. So every video like I do, I want to shout out a few people. Let me get my list here. We've got Jackie, Plongstar, Peter Mills, Reece Nicholson, Figgy in the Spirit and James Sicorn. Thank you all for your continued support on these episodes, it really is appreciated. But on to the first game, we've got Stoke City. I've got a couple of things I want to talk about in this episode. I think one of the main ones to point out is the fact that we are nearly mathematically impossible to catch as Premier League champions. A win in this game would be immensely good for us to progress and become mathematically impossible to catch. We actually have Man United as the next game up in this episode, so it's tight. It is really tight up there at the top, but I'm confident. One of the other topics I want to talk about is the man that is not currently on ski. Well, Wilfred Boney's one of them on the bench here. I think Joe Allen is actually on the bench here. As you can see, number 4, Joe Allen. A lot of people have asked me to sign Joe Allen. I think I'm going to in the summer transfer window. Obviously, it's a couple of episodes away, that is yet, but he is someone I'd be interested in signing. Also, what players should I sell? I need some feedback on that. I was thinking Keeson Young, maybe Boa Baston. I know he's done decent for us this season, but I don't know, maybe sell Borja Baston and recall Keeson Young. I'm not, recall Keeson Young, recall Bafé Gomis. I'm not sure. Let me know what you think down below. I'm just spitballing, but as you can see in this game, we had an early chance on with Modou Barrow and Stoke Mbula just being really patient with the ball. Still Mbula gets a bit lucky there where the ball comes back to him. It's still Mbula into Wilfred Boney with the first time shot, and that just goes wide of the post. He is someone that I'd really be interested in bringing back, but as you can see, Gylfi Sigurdsson actually has the injured sign up above his name, but carrying on with play now, it comes to Eric Peters into Mbula, still Mbula, into Peters now on his right foot, and it's a good thing that it was the left back going forward there. And as you can see here, we'd actually taken Gylfi off. I think we put Jonathan Leko on and swap him and Memphis around, just because I think Memphis is more suited to that calm role. I probably could have brought Routledge on, but I wanted to give young Jonathan Leko a game. Here he is on the ball, a couple of minutes after he's come on, trying to create something. It comes into Leroy Fair, good football into Baston, into Mo Barrow. Still Mo Barrow now with a chance to create something. Barrow back to Baston, into Leroy Fair, and he hits the post. Unlucky there, obviously coming away from that very disappointing defeat against Brentford in the Cup. We wanted to redeem ourselves in the league here. Plus 0-0 at half time. There were nerves, there was tension and nerves in this game, I could feel it. And nothing happened second half, up to the 88th minute. As you can see, Stoke have a chance here down this right hand side. Glenn Johnson into Stephen Ireland. Nice bit of play from him there to get it back into Glenn Johnson. You'll see Shaqiri make the overlap. Shaqiri with a nice bit of skill to get past Robertson. And Shaqiri will take his time into the box, into Wilfred Boney. And he hits the crossbar, gets another chance. It's a massive mess there, up until Mo Barrow comes back somehow, some reason, and we get the ball away. And then we've got a chance of our own here, actually. Oh, it's a poor pass from Nathan Dyer. And Jack Butland will collect that. And that'll be the end of the game. This one finishes 0-0. It's not such a bad result up against Stoke, who are a decent team. But, you know, preferably I want to be winning this game. It's up until it's crunch time now in the season. These are the games that we need to be winning. So yeah, like I said earlier, I was thinking about recalling Bafé Gomis, because I believe Bafé is on a 2-year loan deal at Marseille. I'm not 100% sure. As you can see, Gylfi Sigurdsson's only out for 2 weeks. I think he'll come back for the end of the season, but this is a massive game. Up at Old Trafford, Manchester United versus Swansea City. This is a massive game in the title race. We're a couple of points ahead of them. I think we're on 77 points and they're on 68. Yeah, as you can see here. So it is still possible for United to catch us. I mean, they're 9 points behind now, so and there's 4 games left, so that's a possible 12 points. You can see where my maths are. We are in a strong position, don't get me wrong, but you know, a loss in this game could slip up. Luckily for me, they've got Paul Pogba, Lacazette and Kane on the bench. Well, I mean, it's lucky and unlucky. Lucky the fact they're not starting, and unlucky for me that if they do need a change in this game, they can easily bring them on. But regardless, they still have a strong starting team. This is our starting team. It's pretty similar to the last game. It's pretty much the same every game. But we do have Regan Poole coming in at centre-half. I think Reece Oxford was either injured. Oh, was it Curtis Davis? No, Curtis Davis is playing. Curtis Davis actually gets injured in this game, if I remember correctly. But I'm mumbling, I'm getting nervous. This is a massive game in the title race, in my opinion. I mean, we've still got a lot of games left and a lot of points to pick up, but still, I think this is a massive game. A loss here could prove really, really vital in the title race, as I've said about 10 million times. But Juan Mata starting off early on, good bit of footwork from him into Henrik Mkhitaryan. Ibrahimovic back into Ibra. And we're nearly 1-0 down with 2 minutes on the clock. That's not the start we wanted. But Memphis coming down this left-hand side up against his former club. He's got the pace on Antonio Valencia, but he cuts inside and Chris Smalling takes him down. And we get the penalty 12 minutes into the game. This is a really, really good chance for us to take the lead early on in this massive game. No Gylfi Sigurdsson today though, so I mean, will we put Memphis on it to take the penalty? I think Borja Baston would probably be the best bet. The Spanish striker, did talk about selling him a couple of minutes ago, but Borja Baston comes up to take the penalty. It's Baston, and it's wide. I think that may be our first penalty miss of the season. Oh no, I could be wrong there. I think we have missed one before, but that's a massive chance to go 1-0 up in a massive game. I mean, I talked about selling Baston a couple of minutes ago. Is it justified now? I don't know. It's only one penalty, but Man United push it forward, 18 minutes on the clock. Chris Smalling comes into Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and there's a half-decent save from Michel Vorm. They'd be expected to make them ones. Juan Mata pushing down this right-hand side. He was a really, really good player in this game, as it comes back to Luke Shaw making his way up there. Bit of a shambles there still with Luke Shaw, though. Luke Shaw into Mkhitaryan back, and Mata Ibrahimovic, and it's a good block from Kingsley. Another shambles. I mean, we've really, really got to be alert, and we've managed to keep it up until this point. As you can see, Curtis Davis actually goes off injured, but it comes back to Juan Mata, and he can't do much more with that chance. As you can see in the second half, Man United actually bring Paul Pogba up on in that top left-hand corner. Comes into Modabaro now, coming forward. Nice bit of skill to get it past. He puts it into Borja Baston. Great chance to go 1-0 up. And the Spaniard lets us down once more. We get a corner a couple of minutes later on. It's Memphis into the box. It's cleared away from Smalling, only as far as Leroy Fair. Leroy Fair to Modabaro. And it's cleared off the line by Luke Shaw, I believe it was. So close on two occasions. Well, three big chances we've had to go 1-0 up in this game. But Man United holding strong, comes into Pogba, Zlatan into Schneiderlin, and Schneiderlin with a good turn. And he forces a good save out of Michel Vorm. It was a nice bit of play from Manchester United there. Coming a bit later on into the game now. 72nd minute. Comes into Baston, into Regan Poole. Still Regan Poole. He loses out to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan to Zlatan. Zlatan, good chance now. Into Martial. Oh, and he tried to backheel it. It just goes past Michel Vorm. I was wondering what was happening then, but I remember that happening in the game, and I was a bit glad that didn't go in. Into Leroy Fair now. We've got a chance of our own a couple of minutes later. It's Modabaro. Back into Leroy Fair, still Leroy Fair, puts it into Baston, and Baston, it's a good block in the end from Smalling. I'm not sure why Baston decided to take that on his left foot, but that's how this game is going to end. Sorry for this episode, it's no goals this episode. First game finished 0-0, this game finished 0-0, but a draw, I'll take it away at United, because that just pushes us another point closer to the Premier League title. Even though they've got a point, it's a game that's passed, so less chance of them catching us up. Thank you all for watching episode number 26, leave your comments down below, and peace.